was a productive 2 days. The other thing did last week, went to Olycap's meeting and just update on the community health clinic idea. There's a proposal going to be put forth by the volunteer medical organization in Port Angeles in conjunction with Olycap, kind of partnering on an application for the community health clinic. Olycap was ready to go forward, and they have the administrative and financial and the HR pieces, but BMO has the physicians, and so they're going to take the lead on this and probably partner. And that'll bring up opportunities for Jefferson County and having services for some of our citizens in a different way. That'll be interesting to see how that comes about. That's all a result of the federal health care bill. And the other thing that came out, and it's I believe in the supplemental, they had the special session this weekend, and some of the cuts are really going to hit dental clinic up in Port Angeles. So it's time where, like I say, everything's in play, and so we'll have to really watch what happens in Olympia this year and advocate for what we find.
Yeah, that dental clinic is very important.
Yeah. We're in a place where I think they're going to be making a lot of decisions right now that are going to cost money in the future, because they have to make things meet right now. So it's there's a lot of unfortunate choices that we have to make.
Yeah, I'll tell you too bad. I know that Olycap has some space set aside, and I think they already have plans on where we could have a dental clinic for Jefferson County up on the hill, and looks like that'll be put on hold for a while.
Should be, and then we do have the dental services that come down here from there. It really does save money in the emergency rooms and other ways, not to delay that dental work. And they've got a great partnership with the clinic up there with, which college is it down in Pierce County? Is it Luther? It's one of the colleges anyway, training people. That's a real bonus for us here. They've worked out. They're doing everything they can. We got to keep their budget under control too. So they're watching all these changes. A time of change. So, a busy week last week.
Well, I can't say the same thing. I spent the week sick. Got a lingering cough. I gotta say, I didn't do much last week.
Oh, you got better. That's
Yeah.
something.
On the mend.
Went down to Olympia for a meeting with DNR, and the DNR is going to propose a bill for support of community forests, which is I think a really a good deal for the county, and it will help us maintain the rural nature and to maintain forests in areas that are likely targets for conversion. And I think one of the things everybody, it doesn't matter what side of the political spectrum you're on, is for, is to maintain active working forests in Jefferson County. And the community forest idea would allow us to do harvesting on forests, but in a more gentle way, so it wouldn't be quite as clear cut, and it would also allow people to use the forest for recreation, local folks and also tourists. So that was an interesting meeting with the DNR. They're going to be introducing legislation this year during the long session. At this point, they're basically introducing the idea to the legislators. Also, there was a meeting at the RSN, and we looked at trying to have a fairer distribution of hospital expenses. There's been a distribution of, we had 25% responsibility. Our local mental health center had 25% responsibility for any fines that were imposed for having too many people in the beds. And we're going to try to get that more equitably distributed, so we'd have about 8% distribution of any fines. It's kind of an old system that has been imposed on the RSM. I think in an effort to keep down the number of people who are sent to beds at Western Washington State Hospital. The way it's worked in the past has been that if the RSM as a whole goes over its allocated number of beds down in Silicon, then the different providers, like Jefferson Mental Health, would have to kick in a penalty. And it could be pretty substantial and really not fair. So we're working on trying to get that more equitably distributed.
We've often underutilized the beds.
The underutilization, that really hasn't been so much of a problem for us. It's more of a concern about the finding we get. Also going down to Tacoma tomorrow for a meeting with the Puget Sound. There'll be a review of some of the science that's been applied to looking at degradation in the Puget Sound. What some of the ongoing concerns are, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the set.
Partnership.
Yeah.
What time is that?
That, I think, starts at 9 o'clock and goes from about 9 to 4. It's all day. No, I'm sorry. It starts at 11 and goes to about 4.
I believe we have a special meeting in transit on Tuesday, so you
Yeah.
won't make that.
I told them I wouldn't be able
It
to.
would be important for us both to be there, and
Yeah.
I don't see that on our.
I was
agenda.
just scheduled Thursday or?
Yeah, Thursday, I think, Friday.
Wait. It's at 11 o'clock?
I think so.
Yeah.
Check that.
I don't know. That's why it's not on the calendar.
Yeah. And that was because of the corrected ballot language on the transit ballot measure. That had to be approved. Do you have anything for us then for the next couple minutes?
Well, just one thing I wanted to note, that joining us this morning in the audience is Katherine Baril, and I think it's well known that a week ago, Katherine announced that she's stepping down from WSU Cooperative Extension. The commissioners may wish to dwell on this further at a future meeting, but I just want to recognize while Katherine's here, just years of extraordinary service.
Years.
And
Years.
that have gone by like that. And just, we have really, I think, a unique cooperative extension here in Jefferson County that has done a great blend of our four-year institution, graduate level as well, and community service. Has done so many different things, both in terms of on the agricultural front, food and farm, the markets, Team Jefferson, education, youth programs with 4-H, so many, I can't even begin to list all it. And Katherine has been consummate at multitasking and how she has and continues to get it all done. It's been a mystery. Got her fingers in so many pots
think,
for the betterment of this community.
To be added to a very long list is the way that Katherine's been a bridge between so many different parts of the community.
Mhm.
It's been a remarkable service, and we've been very fortunate.
just feel totally unprepared to go straight from denial to acceptance in this short time.
Yeah,
I'm gonna miss
It's been an honor.
everybody.
your work with Team Jefferson, creating Team Jefferson, and just so many things. Thank you, Kathy.
You facilitated so many things happening.
That's right, Bob.
Yeah, it's been, right there at the center of bringing out the best in so many people in our community, so thank you.
Do I get personal privilege for a minute?
Sure.
To you later as well, but I really want to thank you very much for 20 years. It has gone by quickly. I have to remind myself I had another successful career 20 years before that, now 20 years, and then I'll have phase 2, but I really appreciate it. It was, Philip pointed out that it's unique that an extension agent gets to sit on the executive department head's team. I hope you'll continue to provide that opportunity, because I think in a community like this, counties have 3 tools. You have regulation, you have incentives, and you have education and technical assistance. And I think when you have an educated population, as you have, and citizens as capable as they are, education and technical assistance goes a long way. When I came in 1991, we did water quality, and I think extension has been on the edge of a lot of water quality, salmon monitoring, shore stewards, and you've not heard a bad word, because we've been able to take that community capacity and support it. So I really hope you do that. We had, last Friday was kind of my last day of one life and my first day of another life, and we had a really successful financing local food systems. We thought we'd have 100, we had 160. We had people staying until 6:30 at night making deals, and as we walked through the market on Saturday, we had 5 of our local businesses will now be selling at Whole Foods. And I think that's an area that I'm certainly not an ag agent, and Roger Short and I have laughed about how he must have been surprised to see a short woman lawyer get out of a truck and say, I'm the new ag agent. But the community has always been really kind and really patient, and I salute all of them, John Bolton and Roger and Al and everybody for the change. I really think it was important when we moved out to the county. I think it's critical to have a county office in the county besides just the sheriff. And I've encouraged more decentralization of county functions, because when you send your departments out there, even if it's on a circuit, that means they get broadband, that means they get employees, that means they get payroll, that means kids see professionals working in their community. And I'd really encourage you in these times to try to explore more decentralization, and I really appreciate the support that you've given Extension to be out there. And my staff and the community, we have 600 volunteers. With my leaving really short, I made the decision that money that we had put in reserves from my entrepreneurship over the last couple of years, we've had a little bit of money in reserve waiting for a rainy day fund, and it felt like it was raining. So we've extended the spruce room for at least 6 more months, because I think it's critical as you're looking at whether community centers will be kept open, or what resources we'll have. Groups need to come together and talk, and we need a living room in the community. We got a 50% fire sale from the landlord if we stayed, and I just decided it was really important to at least provide that transition to the community and to Extension. And I think it's really important that you keep some meeting space out there for what it says. I was proud to work in Colson and Brennan. I was glad to bring the Gates Grant, the U.S. Forest Service, the youth entrepreneurship. That is a community that has a great deal of attraction to me and love. And when Bob Rose was taking my picture at the Chimicum Grange, Chimicum sale with Santa Claus on Saturday, Bob said that Quilcene and Brennan was not going to accept my resignation. I thought that was really sweet. I think we changed.
May not be alone.
Made Bob and I down there. I think we've changed Master Gardeners. It's not just a gardening club. It really is water stewardship and conservation and greeting people coming into the community. The computer and technology, the food and farm, Team Jefferson and the broadband. I feel like I've done a good job as a professional public servant, and it's been my joy and my honor. I've found myself in a community that welcomed me, and I appreciate that. And I look forward to staying in that community.